Right, quick story time. Imagine this, right? So I was with this girl, yeah, a number of years ago now, and she's much younger than me, about 10 years younger, right? And um, she already knew I had two kids. She already knew I was going through drama with my baby mums, right? Yeah, and she knew the drama I was going through. She's seen it for herself, right? All that stuff, cool. And she, we was together. She mentioned about having a kid and that with me. I said, look, I'm not too sure at the minute because so I need to get the shit I'm going through with my kids at the minute, and also I wanted to make sure my finances were spot on. If I was gonna go through with that, because as a person, she was, and from what I've learned over the years, as a person, that's somebody who probably would have had a kid with, to be honest. Let's say I met her like years ago, like she would be an ideal candidate. But anyway, never, nonetheless. So that's what I told her basically. So look, I'm open. I'm open to the idea, but I'm not open to the idea. I just want to make sure my finances are in check and everything's cool and stuff like that. You know, and that was that was an excuse. That was reality, and whatever happened, blah blah blah. We split up in the end, and then so looking at that scenario, knowing that there's a guy here, me, who wants to be a dad to their kids, and wasn't allowed the opportunity by their fucked up moms, right? You would look at that, and even though it's the other way around, right? A lesson should be learned there. A lesson should be learned, right? So you'd think naturally she'll think, you know what, if the next person I'm with now or whatever, if they get pregnant by this person, I want to be, I want to be in a relationship with this person, and they should want the same as me, right? Yeah. But anyway, so as the time goes on, she gets with somebody else. We're not really in contact like that, but we're in contact here and there. Nothing, just general, like, hey, how you doing, kind of thing. No, there was no animosity of that. So, and then I get a text, and then she said that she's pregnant. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, oh, like it took me aback a little. It took me aback a little bit, to be fair. Not gonna lie, because I thought, everybody I've been with, I thought, if I was gonna have a kid with somebody, she would definitely be an ideal candidate. So I was kind of like, yeah, I was taken aback by slightly, slightly envious. I don't know, whatever. I had a mix of emotions initially, but then I find out that, so I said to her, so who's the guy? Like, are you with the guy? Blah blah blah. I said, nah. I was like, okay, so was he your boyfriend? She's like, nah. We were just, we just seen each other, casual kind of thing. I was like, okay, cool. So, and she just got pregnant. And she just got pregnant, right? And so I was like, so why, so why are you keeping it for then? If if you're not really together or anything like that, why would you want to keep it? Initially said she weren't too sure she was going to keep it, but she let the guy know that she's pregnant, and he's having none of it. He didn't want a kid, and yeah, so yeah, so that happened, and so the situation is still the same. Like from last thing I've heard, anyway. She's basically a single mom now, right? With a guy that she's not even with, a guy she's hooked up with, right? And I just think, isn't it funny? Like, because before we split up, right? Don't get me wrong, it was my fault we split up. It was my fault. Okay, I've got accountability here. I've got accountability, which most women don't. So it was my fault. So after that happened, I was, we tried to get back together and that. We seen each other for a little while. Then, didn't quite work. Then we didn't speak again. We were just hot and cold with each other for a little while. But anyway, but she thought the grass was greener on the other side. Really, she thought the grass was green on the other side. So guess what happened? She got pregnant by somebody who doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't want to be part of the kid's life. And now you're left holding the baby. Now you're going to be a fucking single mum. Isn't that fucking ironic? See, like I said earlier on, like, the lesson should be learned from me. Again, even though it's the other way around, like me wanting to see my kid and blah, 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 blah. And, even though it's the other way around, now it's on you now. Now you're pregnant and this guy is not interested. He doesn't want to see. He doesn't want to be around. Yeah? And now you're a single mum. Now your sexual market value is now decreased significantly. All right? Now, I'm not saying single mums or women with kids out there can't get men. Of course they can. Of course they can. We all know that. We know that. But, as we already know, as I've said before, most men ain't taking women with kids seriously. We just ain't. That's just how we are. We're not taking women with kids seriously like that. Most men aren't. I'm not saying all, but most men aren't. Yeah? So we'll come across a woman who's got a kid, or even two, or whatever. And I think, okay, cool, she's nice, the sex is good, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But, they'll have no intention of being around in the long run. So it could be a little 1 month thing, it could be a 3 month thing, a 6 month thing, or even a year. But they know that there's probably, there's going to be better options out there. There's going to be women out there with no kids. They're able to have a kid. They know that they can, if they want a kid, they can start afresh with someone who hasn't got a kid. So they've got way more options. You know what I'm saying? They got way more options. So now, again, like I said before this, I was trying to put things right, I was trying to get back with blah, blah, blah. But again, I'm over that anyway. Like, I'm not annoyed or pissed off or sleepless night. I'm not, that's not the case at all. That was never the case. I tried to put things right and she was having none of it, which is fair enough at the time. Fair enough. Okay. But again, she thought the grass was green on the other side, right? And she got pregnant in between towards we were still speaking, kind of seeing each other. Not seeing, but like, how it go. Like, how it go. Not seeing like that, like on a regular basis, just here and there, you know what I mean? Just a bang here and there, whatever, right? Again, maybe that situation probably benefited her more than me, right? And and this was it was around the same kind of time I found out she got it's a few months after that, actually. I didn't speak to her for about a good 4 or 5 months. And she told me, then obviously got speaking, just we got general chit chat again, Then she told me she got a kid. Well, she's pregnant, yeah. So how far gone? Like 6 weeks. So okay. So like I said, she thought the grass was green on the other side. Yeah. Now she's left holding the baby with a man who don't give a fuck. Right? When, even though I wasn't in a position to have a kid, if that kid was mine though, she would know that I wouldn't have up to left. Knowing what she knows, how I thought of her, she know I wouldn't have just up and left and thought fuck it. She knows that, right? I know that. So like I said, some of these women think the grass is green on the other side, but it fucking ain't, and it backfired. Now you're with a fucking now your sexual market value's decreased, right? Now you're not gonna be able to get a man who's probably gonna take you seriously, because no man ain't got time to be going around no woman's house with no crying fucking baby. Yeah, baby crying all the fucking time. Yeah, in your business all the time, taking up time and space. That's what kids will do. Or listen, from birth till fucking till their teenage mid to late teenage years, that kid will always be in the way, regardless, right? So yeah, so now you've just fucked up. You've just fucked yourself up basically because you thought the grass was green on the other side, and you didn't learn the lesson. I was a prime example to learn a lesson from. You didn't want to learn the lesson, right? How can you not learn the lesson? What's in front of your face, live? You seen the shit I was going through, right? Now you are on the receiving end, but just the other way around. Yeah. Now, see, I'm not really making this video to brag and like just to gloat or laugh, but honestly, I just find it funny how some of these women be, bro. Like, the grass ain't always greener, man. It really ain't, and especially when there's lessons to be learned from, when there's real life lessons that you want in front of you, and you don't want to learn from them. Shit's on you, then. You know, and this person's now got to move back home. Move back to the family home. You know, with the baby. Move back to mom and dad's with the baby. With a screaming baby. That screaming baby, or the night feeds and all that bollocks, yeah. And every time you look at that baby, you know about half of that kid is the other man's, right? And he ain't there. He ain't there to take. He's not there to share the load, to burden the load. He ain't there because he's not interested. So, some people don't want to learn lessons, but you know what? As human beings, we don't always want to learn the lessons when it's easy, right? We don't want to learn lessons when it's easy. We only learn when it's hard. We only learn when it's hard. We like to learn lessons the hard way as human beings. Yeah? So good luck to her. That's all I'm gonna say. Good luck. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not wishing no ill will. Nothing like that at all. That's not in my nature to do that because I don't hate the woman. You know, there's only a couple of people that I hate in my life, and again, I have nothing to do with them anyway. Again, so all the best, all the best to you, and we'll see how life goes on from there, innit? So yeah, so with that, guys, I'm out. Until next time.